Okay, hi you guys, welcome back to part 2, Ration and Endure. God bless you. Praise his holy name, amen. So I just wanted to come in real quick and let you know about I felt an urgency. He was really wanting me to get this video out, and he was basically showing me and sharing with me that many people out there, they don't know where to start, they don't know what to do, and they will be coming and they will be searching. So I welcome those who are coming. Please get a hold of our videos and watch them, our ration videos. They will help you, okay? Um, okay, so let me jump right into it. 629:22. Everyone may share out of a bag of chips or snacks now. Why? Because we are clean, decent hygiene, good immune system, water, and soap availability. But it may be different later. Actually, it will be different later. Um, with the drought, there will be no soap shortages. There'll be no soap, no hand sanitizer. And we know that this can be unsanitary and this can cause sickness. So we will all have to be careful. Okay. So another point is whether you call your children spoiled, blessed, or overachievers, they may be used to eating out all the time. And many refuse to have leftovers, including adults. Okay. Some people refuse to have leftovers. There will come a point where you must not give in to their wine or will be able to. Okay? So, next point. When using an onion, rather than chopping in half and dicing, we may have only to use slivers, just to add flavor in order to make it last. Also, there are vitamins in onion pills, so dumping them into a pot of rice or a broth is useful, but pull them out before eating. Learn to hand wash your clothing now if you don't know how to. Teach your children and grandchildren how to hand wash indoors and outside. Okay, outdoors. Have some clotheslines and clothespins ready. You may not be able to wash laundry as often. You may have to wear your clothing a few times. Okay. Also, learn to hand wash dishes if you don't know how. There still are people out there who have never hand washed dishes before. Many have been used to using dishwashers or having maids. Okay, times are changing. Another point, sharing bath water. The local museum here shared how in the past people shared a bath. The youngest always went last because of a stronger immune system. Okay, I know no one likes the idea of that, but even if any of us, during a drought, if any of us could have a full bath, I mean, that would be a luxury. So to each his own, however you're going to bathe yourself, but cleanliness is important. Another thing, he wanted me to introduce you to the flour sacks. Okay, I did not know what flour sacks were, and I realized that flour sacks have many, many uses, and I may be putting a couple videos up to guide you in the description box, okay? But flour sacks are only they have them at the 99-cent store. You can get them other places too, but this is the best deal I found. At the 99-cent store, you can get a 10-pack for $3.99. That can be used for diapers and wipes, okay? So Sam's Club, I saw them, they had them for about a 12-pack for like $20. So they have many uses, but he was leading me to that they could be used for diapers, okay? And I think that's for all the mothers that are going to be out there without diapers. Okay, next point. Popcorn handshaker. Okay, what is that? That was the only description I could think of. You know those campfire popcorn things where they have a wire handle and you stick them over the fire or the fireplace and you shake them up and they pop up and you get your popcorn, right? Well, I suggest getting a lot of those. And then reusing it. Even after you use it, fill it up with, for next time, fill it up with popcorn kernels, some butter, some salt, some oil, and cover it up with foil. Okay? And see how many uses you can get out of that. Why? Because it saves on dishwashing, popcorn, and also I just want you to know that popcorn kernels last a very long time. Stock up. Some movie theaters have been out of butter for months due to the butter shortage. Okay, so more and more shortages. Another thing, old school, the way we used to make popsicles. Okay, I suggest getting popsicle sticks to use as holders for inexpensive treats that can be made with yogurt, melted chocolate, Kool-Aid, lemonade, or different juices, and you make them in ice cube trays, okay? They can be found in the craft section at the Dollar Tree or the 99-cent stores. 7/3/2022. You may need to eat the whole apple and the whole orange. There will come a time when there will be no produce or very expensive, so eating the peels of oranges, apples, lemons would be wise for added vitamins and pectin. Okay? Eating the leaves on the strawberries wouldn't hurt either. Okay? Stalks of the broccoli, all of that stuff's going to be important. You're going to need your vitamins. 7/21/22. I just wanted to put this in there. I had just finished eating from a strawberry container. I did wash my strawberries, by the way. And when I finished, I had heard soon they will be needing these. That means that there will be a plastic shortage. So the containers that we're used to having our strawberries in will be missing. They won't be able to have enough of that packaging. Okay, next point. Find out who around you has chickens, okay? Get in contact with them now or friend them so that you may be able to barter for eggs, especially if you're in the city, okay? In the city, it's less likely to find someone with chickens as opposed to someone in the country. So do what you can now if you like your eggs. Pet food shortage. Pets can eat scraps from your table, if any. Many people have been turning in their animals to the local shelters because they're unable to afford them. Okay? Having a dog is a good alarm and can be a good protection, and also for companionship. Many times you see the homeless with dogs, and for good reason, okay? So when it comes down to maybe not having enough food, you may have to make some hard decisions, okay? It's either going to be feed your dog or feed your child. So that's the thing behind that. So next point, try to stick with one pan when cooking your meal, okay? It may take longer, but it cuts back on soap and water. We will be dealing with drought and famine. Next point. If anyone needs skid-resistant socks for the elderly, the children, or the women, use a glue gun to make dots underneath the foot of the socks, okay? Another point. I wouldn't throw away or donate any unwanted clothing, especially cotton material. It can be chopped up to be used for rags, wipes, or diapers. Good to have stockpiled already. Be sure you get your stockpiled ready. Okay, get your stockpiles ready. Yeah, do it now. Do it now. 7/1/22. Old ugly socks, okay, or loaners. Okay, I call them loaners. You know, the sock monster comes in and takes our other sock. I call them loaners. So they can be used for wiping or keeping your hands warm. Or my sister in the Lord, she gave me another suggestion for that, which I didn't think of. So praise the Lord. I'm going to share it. Thank you, Diana. Homemade maxi pads with those loaner socks, those ugly socks. Hold on to them They can be used as homemade maxi pads, okay, if you weren't prepared or you run out. Next point, toilet paper and paper towel rolls can be ironed, okay? Many crafters and scrapbookers use it this way. You can flatten them out. It can be used as paper, and there is a paper shortage whether you know it or not right now. You can also use them for fire, crafts, and homemade bird feeders, okay? There's many uses. 7-3-22. This is what I realized. And I actually got this from my husband because it was pretty funny. He called me the Q-tip police, okay? So what I got out of that was this. Saints, people, unsaved or not, saved or not, we will become the Q-tip police. We will become the hygiene police. We will become the water police. We will become the food police. We will become the cooking police. We will become the portion police. We will become the supply police. We will become the storehouse police. And yes, people may not like the police, but God is a God of order. And what? What did we learn, saints? We must endure to the end. Okay. 7-15-22. Father has been teaching me about different materials such as newspaper, styrofoam, bubble wrap, and cardboard. Okay. So I started searching it out, and I found out that styrofoam was voted the best insulator. Okay. On top of that, bubble wrap heats up quickly, which bubble wrap, if there's no gloves and you need to stay warm, wrap yourself up in bubble wrap. Put your hands in bubble wrap bags. Use bubble wrap. It'll warm you up because it heats up quickly, okay? The other thing is that I learned was about cardboard, okay? I didn't know as much as I know now, okay? But cardboard is a good insulator. And cardboard has air pockets between two layers, and this slows down the transfer of heat from one side to the other. And any warm air that gets into the air pocket can stay between these layers for a long period of time and maintain its temperature. Okay, so I was thinking about, the cans, the grocery stores, they're always shipping things in cardboard. And so I was really thinking about it. And anyways, I want to make this point because I know there's many preppers or prepared people out there, okay? And I know that many have been using plastic totes, okay? Why? Because they're convenient, you could stack them, all these things, but plastic isn't an insulator, okay? Plastic, I think, have to double check that, but it may cause more heat, okay? So think about that. Think about the good use of cardboard and how you can utilize that, okay? He gave it to me for a reason, so I'm sharing it. Okay, firewood, always be on the lookout. He's been leading me about firewood. It's going to be a necessity. It's going to be essential, okay? Always be on the lookout for what people are dumping out in their sidewalks or corners, such as furniture that is worn out, not lacquered, okay? Chop it down for firewood and put it away. Commercial and industrial locations are great places to find unwanted pallets also. And a friend of mine went through a natural disaster. Sister Anna, thank you for sharing this. She went through a natural disaster and had, big storms, and the trees got knocked down. And so she had her firewood. So you can also get your firewood that way. But I have noticed that the price is increasing on firewood. So begin to gather now. Pick up what you can where you see it, especially us in the city, you guys. Okay. He's been teaching me about rationing paper. So here we go. When printing, set your printer to print on both sides. Stop wasting paper. Save the back of your desk calendars. You know those big desk calendars we like to keep on our desk or on our wall? Well, you can turn them over, and you can cut them down to preferred size, okay? It's paper. The inside of cereal boxes can be used the same way also. Okay, now I'm going to teach you about the files. I had about 4 totes or so of files, okay, that I have to finish. Well, I thought I was going to have to go through just throwing it out, okay? But instead he taught me that I had to ration. So I was to use a paper cutter or scissors and cut off the important unnecessary things that you don't want anyone to get a hold of, and condense everything. Rather than having 4 or 5 totes, get the things that you don't want. You've already chopped away the important information and condense it and put it all into one. Later, this can be used for burning, for crafting, or for writing on, you guys, okay? There is a paper shortage, a lot going on. Prepare yourselves. Another thing, make homemade croutons. Extremely easy. Season them and throw them in the oven. There's really, you can't really mess it up, okay? Don't waste any bread. We won't be able to waste any bread at all, okay? The Bible warns about the price of bread, so be prepared. Another thing, I'm going to call them lunchables, okay? So I know you know what I mean, lunchables, okay? So they're getting expensive and shrinking, okay, in the stores. We like to buy these for our children, okay? But they have been getting very expensive, and they are also shrinking in size, I've noticed. Where they used to put 5 slices of cheese, now they're maybe putting 3 thin slices of cheese, okay? So they're changing. Why not recycle your lunchable containers and begin making your own combinations, okay? They're always portion controlled anyway, so they're good snacks. All you got to do is throw some cellophane over them, put them in the fridge. They're portion controlled, and you have snacks for yourselves, for children. Yeah, suggestion. Another thing, talk about brushing the teeth. Okay, in a drought, every drop of water will matter, right? So having lots of mouthwash or hydrogen peroxide on hand is an idea, okay? Do not drink and do not swallow these, okay? Do not drink or swallow the mouthwash or the hydrogen peroxide, okay? I am not a doctor or a ministry. Seek a physician first, okay? I'm just putting that out there for you. So this is the last thing he was teaching me here, you guys, before he told me I could close up the message. So spending more on our luxuries than quantity. Spending more on our luxuries than quantity. Time to turn it around. Enough of that already. Bulk will last longer. Ration will last longer. Cooperation will last longer. Every time we use or eat more than our allotted portion, we rob from each other, our family, our children, and whoever will be under our roof. Obedience helps, but there's always the selfish and the taker. We will have to outlast our luxuries. So get over it. Get over it. At some point, it won't matter. Being clean and fed will. As believers, we are called to be good stewards. We are called to be good stewards, you guys. Father cares about us, so he's warning us about this stuff. He's talking to us about this. I've have many other ration videos. Please check them out. God cares about each and every one of us. He does. Luxuries don't matter at this point, you guys. Stock up. Stock up. Cheap. Cheap. You've been buying a $15 shampoo, stocking up on that? Forget it. Start getting the 94-cent shampoos. Start getting the bulk. The soaps you don't like. Start doing it. Endure to the end, saints. Endure to the end. Be ready.